I mean, I've licked 2 paintings in the Louvre, so you can.
The taste of poverty in your mouth. The taste of poverty is not tasting anything.
Bro.
The starving artist is real.
I feel it.
Sometimes
you gotta taste it.
Human civilization may or may not have been influenced by people that come from either a different dimension or outer space, and that it's older than we are led to believe because the powers that be want it that way because it's easier to control a narrative that's already been established and set up.
Sure.
Keep us confined.
Yeah.
Hello again, anyone tuning into this here transmission. It is I, the host, Zycon Ebb and Flow. Still loving it, still living it, still doing it, still being it. Think this episode is going to be number 50. Pretty sure. No, 51? Yeah, 51, because I have 50 that I still need to edit. So this is 51. Sitting down in this very comfortable chair in this beautiful soul's home. Chris Weir, but I'm pretty sure you're on social media as Chris Weird.
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 Yeah.
It's even better. It's even better. I'm a big I don't like marketing because it's disgusting that corporations are fucking manipulating us through propaganda and psychology. But anytime we're slick fucking words or fucking smart things like that,
It was a gift for my old bandmates. So
hey man,
yeah.
We take that.
Yes,
we take those gifts from the universe through our bandmates. So Chris makes art. I don't know if you got to this point. If this is the first time you're ever watching, I guess you'd be like, "Oh, what the heck, that's crazy." But if you've watched anything leading up to this point, then yeah, everybody here makes art, duh. But painting. Did you make the one behind you?
Yeah,
that's mine behind you, which kind of looks like, to me, it's like a soul, a body in an aura, but the body is dark. It's like a shadow body.
That's what I feel too.
That just
it was completely unplanned. It was telling me what to do, So it got some really nice texture on it. This is really fun.
All that stuff they tell you not to do when you're at a museum. You're like, yeah, it's got a great texture, but you can't touch it.
I mean, I've licked 2 paintings in the Louvre, so you can.
I don't know. I don't think I was ever psychologically prepared to hear someone say that. So that's fucking cool. That's fantastic.
It was only 2 because
it's only 2
because my friend didn't see the first one.
Yeah.
She was like, "Oh, set, didn't do that," and I was like, "Okay, I'll do this other one."
Oh shit!
There's a lot of lacquer. They restore it all the time. It's fine.
Right.
It doesn't
just chemicals.
Yeah.
More
chemicals. If anything, it was harmful to me in the painting.
Yeah, exactly. More chemicals in the food than on that painting. So whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I met this dude, beautiful guy, on through Threads, I think, and then it just kind of lined up. That ended up coming north of Santa Cruz in Oakland. That's where this is. Oakland. Yep. And was just fucking the first. I haven't done an in-person one in 10 or 11 episodes. So I'm always way more fun to do them in person versus online. But take what I can get, do what I got to do.
Okay, yeah.
Keep them going. Music. Or no, art, drawing, painting.
Oh yeah, I paint.
Play.
I make jewelry. I play bass. I play guitar.
Shit. So many things.
I, do a lot of design work. I made a bunch of all the posters in the hallway over here, posters for bands and friends events and stuff. But you got.
I'll take pictures and they're probably
Or we on
appearing right here as he's talking about them.
Ty Siegel and a bunch of other folks. Big Frida, Doja Cat, Lil B. Anyway.
Really, Doja.
Yeah, she did it a special last minute announcement to be on the Lil B show. Okay. Yeah, just wild.
Yeah,
and I made them a poster.
Take that and take it. Yeah. A credit or being accredited or I don't know. It's I guess we'll go here since we're already here. But being famous or well known, I think kind of is a metric. Can it be a metric of success?
Sure.
For artists. So I where do you fall on that spectrum of want to be the center of attention or just want it so the art can sustain you financially? Or
yeah, I mean honestly there's a little bit of both. I have a Leo moon, so there's that, and it's mostly the latter. Mm-hmm. All of my big dreamings and schemings and plans, and they always are involving friends. And oh, can I do this? okay, we need like an accountant. Okay, that's my friend Kat, or like whatever I'm projecting that I haven't done before, like building the corporation or the business or whatever, like the thing that could sustain more than just me also is always like the greater scaling of this thing, right?
Sure.
And not to put like art in like a scaling aspect, but I do look at like trajectory and like where do I want to be in a couple years or whatever, or where have I made it to, and how has that happened? And it's always been with friends and other artists. Most of my friends are artists, and even the ones that think they aren't are, right. So yeah, it's definitely I mean, that's what this space is I initially had I've been here since 2013, and also Synchronicity 51st episode, we're just off of 51st and Telegraph over here.
Hey.
Over by the Claremont DMV, the Miles High Art House Gallery. We're on Miles High Ave. We are the second story, and my old housemate, before he was my housemate, told us that our internet password or internet router should be called the Miles High Club because it's hilarious. And we've since evolved into the Miles High Art House Gallery, because we've had all sorts of housemates, and like as many as like 6 during COVID, because everyone had a girlfriend, and which is great, and since I guess about 2.5 years ago, it's just been me here, and that quickly moved into like, oh, this is a lot of money that I have to pay, like more than I did before. It's like 3 times what I was paying before, so I was chilling, and then a few months later I was like, I need to call my own bluff and have a party where I sell my art, as much of it as possible right now, because I ended up in the hospital, and that's so I was like, oh, it's like things were fine, and then I was like, oh, another payment, like this is a house of cards, right? So I had to ask for community support for the first time, really, like that. And my people and more, like hella showed up. And as soon as we did that first party here, I was like, okay, we got to share the wall space with my friends. Like, it can't just be me. Like, that just worked.
Right.
And it's probably not gonna be the same thing every time, like same amount of money or whatever, but like, we got to share the space. And like, how do I share what I have, and also, expand what I'm doing, and recognizing like, oh, when I'm really in a groove, I do use all these rooms, like, still figuring that out, right? I'm blessed to have this space, and also loving finding ways of how to share it with friends, whether they do an event here for free, or we do a ticket cut, or whatever the situation is, or have people rent out like during the day to work on whatever they're working on in the other room over there.
Sure.
We have someone who's been sewing in there, and yeah, it's a
movement.
It's fun.
It's a culture incubator. This is where the culture is born, people. That's I think is so cool about art, is that it like is the fucking like thermometer of the times, I guess, in a way. Like, if I could say it like that.
For sure.
Make a little bit of sense.
Yeah, absolutely. Right. And at the same time, I think, yes, as like weather and things could be cyclical too, right? Like, we had a moment in the Bay where like the house, first of all, there's like a tradition of DIY. I personally believe it was invented by the or like propagated by the Black Panthers, like here, because they were doing, and extensions of that org are still doing so much grassroots work, and like what the punks call DIY, right? Like, but that's who's like, so the Black Panthers were doing that, and then you had the Hells Angels also doing their own DIY and their own, if you want to call it that, like they're doing their own thing. And then you have like the Grateful Dead and the hippies and like everything else that I'm also overlooking, right? But people just been doing stuff themselves in Oakland for ever, right? And so I recognize this tradition of like using spaces creatively to like save on costs, and also like help like directly support the community that might not go through regular routes to distribute resources, whether that's money or it's art supplies or it's classes or whatever it is, or just a place to like be for a little bit, and so there's this tradition of it. And I've seen like, so when thank you for receiving all these downloads. I feel like I've just been saving them up for you. We just met.
One of my most favorite parts about doing this is not having to talk. It was like being able to just be like, hey, like, here you go. What do you got to say?
I appreciate it, bro. For real. It's just, it's so fun to be able to share this. And also like receive it in my own way, you know, helpful reflection, especially like during these eclipses and everything else. So yeah, so there was this moment that not only did we just have quarantine and COVID shit or whatever, where like everything shut down for at least a moment. And then a lot of community spaces, especially stayed shut down because they weren't essential or whatever. Right. And our gathering spaces. So they were initially asked to close sooner than other places sometimes. But before that, we also had the ghost ship fire, right? And that I probably did the plural because so many of my friends like had to leave their housing because of that. And I was invited to that party and like didn't go because I was too hungover. Like, thank God for that. So that disrupted things and people got evicted from these creative spaces that were more DIY than this, right? In terms of it being more of a work space or a warehouse, really, you know? And so since then, like people got really, I think, creative in their bubbles or whatever the fuck people were doing during COVID.
Right.
And realized like, oh, I actually have a lot here if I take care of it. At least that's what happened here. We like started a garden downstairs and like, you know, it ebbs and flows a little bit. We got new neighbors downstairs and it's just beautiful, bro. Like just to see, I'm just so grateful to be to be able to like participate in that wave, you know, that's again, like rooted in the Black Panthers from my perspective.
Nice. And I'm not from California originally, but like it's just like everything. It just seems very extreme here. Well, like I don't know if larger than life is the right way to say it, but it's just like everything is just like the weather's very nice, but when it's not nice, it's very not nice. There's no in between here. I feel, if I could just say that, and then there was a
part of it because our gutters don't even know how to do rain anymore. Yeah,
yeah, right. They're like, what is water?
Right,
water is our life. Water is our. I guess since I feel very like we're in the present, or you were describing like the fairly recent past. I mean, obviously preluding with the Black Panthers and the Hells Angels and all those mafias
who work together in different ways. You know,
yeah, of course, everybody who's not doesn't want the government to be in control.
Right, and they're like, wait, we have something in common.
Yeah, dude.
Maybe we can do a party together. Actually, and the Grateful Dead too. There's a Huey Newton's birthday party. The Grateful Dead are on like the poster for it, but like small.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, that's cool. As soon as I saw it, I was like, all right, Grateful Dead. Maybe I should stop hating so much. You know, I was just, seeing it from the outside.
Sure.
You know?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty ignorant when it comes to like a lot of their stuff, but my friend put me on a Catfish John, and I like Catfish Johns. I just like, I'm like, all right.
Even if you don't know like the name alone, right?
Yeah. Well, nah.
Can you not smile with that name?
Right. Okay. You know nothing, and it is at least a little comical in a beautiful way. But I guess where I was trying to get gay here somewhere was trying to take it back to like your origin story more or less of like what got you in it. Were you like straight out the womb like I'm an artist, or was there like ever a phase of like, nah, that ain't me? I don't know. Right. I don't know about that. I'm too scared. I'm too ashamed. And I'm afraid. Speak for myself.
No, I can relate to all of that. So that's all a yes.
Dude, I was trying to pose that as was it one or the other?
Yeah, no, like, I mean, so like as a kid, I was like, I'm an artist. I was very like encouraged.
Pretty standard. The children are very just naturally.
Yeah, and my parents encouraged it. As much as they could. Like I'm an only child, and all the various privileges that if you're watching the video, you can make your own assumptions. And my dad's friend owned a art supply store when I was little.
Okay.
So like, I was like my birthday, Christmas. My birthday's also in December. Sometimes it was the same gift,
When's your birthday?
The 5th.
Okay.
What about you?
The 19th.
Oh, hell yeah. Are you Sag?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
On the cusp.
Yeah. Hell yeah, bro. Yeah, so like that was always encouraged as a kid. I went to a Montessori like preschool and kindergarten, which like absolutely helped me continue to tap in,
Sure.
you know, like past some points that some kids aren't really encouraged to as much, right?
Yeah.
Depending on the schools and all the things, right? And whatever.
And the people that are around all
Right.
that stuff.
Yeah. But, so like as a kid, yeah. And then when I was like 6.5, I moved from Sacramento, I moved to, Sunnyvale and eventually went to a Catholic school for 4 years in Mountain View. I don't know how my parents afforded it. I think they're still in debt from it. But anyway,
Yeah, right.
I try not to blame myself. Like I didn't ask them,
Yeah, right.
but I kind of did. I don't know. Anyway, and, but, so in that move, I started having night terrors.
Oh.
And I had a recurring nightmare that was a story that was told to me twice at the place that I went to for both preschool and kindergarten.
Really?
And the first time I think it was told to me by like someone who had an older brother, and then the second time it was told to me by like one of the after school caretakers, probably teenager, early 20s.
Sure.
And the first one, well, anyway, both of them were telling the story of like a haunting. Like you're in a house and there's a spirit or a demon or a ogre or a goblin or a troll or whatever. There's someone showing up every night, knocking on the door, busting down the door, looking for some appendage of themselves. And the dude with the older brother said it was a golden dick, and the one that was taking care of us said it was a hairy toe, right? Same story.
Yeah,
it's like, where's my hairy toe? Where's my golden dick? And it's in the house somewhere, right? And so that was told to me twice and left some sort of impression. And then when I changed houses, or like apartments, really, they were both apartments, and smaller than this place. And I just started having that dream basically, but I was in what became the house, like archetypally for me in my dreams. Like the house tends to be mine or ours, my family's at some time. Sometimes I show up at times that it's not mine to them, and maybe I'm the haunting.
Oh.
Which, you know, I'm seeing right now actually, but yeah, it's usually 2 stories. There's usually like a stairwell that goes from like 2 or 3 bedrooms upstairs with like 1 bathroom. There might be another bathroom in like my parents' room, but I haven't gone in there. Sometimes there's a basement and sometimes there's an attic. I haven't been to the basement. I have been to the attic. I have been to the backyard. There's usually like a kitchen on the right or the left, and then like a living room or like library study on either side. But otherwise it's kind of set up like Family Guy, where they like walk in and there's stairs.
Mm-hmm. Right.
You know?
Sure.
But with like rooms instead of just the living room being right there.
Okay.
There's like foyer. Which is not a house I've experienced in this life, you know?
Yet.
Right.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Possibly. Yeah.
So that was happening, and to my memory, my dad, you know, it had been like probably 6 nights of me like waking up in their bed, and like I guess I was sleepwalking.
Oh.
And so like eventually my dad, like I remember him like kneeling down next to my bed, you know, he's like, "Hey buddy, like tonight, can you imagine how that, you know, you might not have the dream, but if you do, can you imagine like the start of it?" Okay, cool. Like, can you imagine like throwing a banana peel down or something to like slip him up, you know? And so I like did that.
So you're being chased by the thing?
He just wanted to get inside.
Okay.
And I was like, "Who are you? Stranger danger."
Right.
Um,
Small child. You're something I don't.
Whether I leave the door open or I lock it, he ends up inside anyway.
Right.
And so I tried that, but as soon as my dad left the room, I was watching Looney Tunes, the only thing that works in that show, because the guns don't work. I didn't have any experience with guns directly as a kid, even though there were like a couple drive-bys in the parking lot in the first apartment I grew up in. But or like shooting up cars and shit. People who did that a couple times. But hadn't like held one or like experienced that, right? So like in Looney Tunes, thumbtacks work. I'm familiar with those, you know? So I threw a bunch of thumbtacks down, and the dude was like, "Yay!" And like, you know, it was gone, right? And then so since then, I knew that we could do stuff in that space.
Sure.
And it's been a journey of like, for years and years and years, I'm basically just fighting whatever's there. And more recently, in the past like 5 or 6 years, I've been like, how can we have conversations?
Sure.
and like maintain the dream space. And it's like, oh, actually, I'm the unstable one when I start to be lucid, or not every time, but like when
Sometimes.
do you look at it too much and you
Right.
fall into the gravity of it.
Oh man. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank
So like that happened. Also, to go back to your last question, like, were there moments of me ebbing and flowing with art? Like, I've always done visual art. I kind of stopped doing visual art for the most part in college when I was studying writing.
Okay.
But I did it through high school, and I was in band and shit and jazz band, and that's where I learned bass and stuff. And then I was in a band in college, and then I was making posters for them. So like it started to kind of come back
full circle.
But other than that, I wasn't really doing visual art, and I was writing a lot, but I was also like in my nihilist phase. Like I took like a French existentialism class, and I took a Buddhism class, and I was like, yep, everything sucks.
Yeah. Life is suffering.
Right. That is like the first lesson. I just like stayed there.
Yeah, same dude. Yeah, fucking the best hook of all time. You're like, yeah, my life sucks. That means life sucks.
Start wearing black, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so like, and then was doing music. So wasn't doing visual art, but was kind of like down on the world, but like also working with it in camaraderie with like some of my best friends of all time, for like 12 years. And through that, I was like trying to get the band gigs. Then I ended up working at some venues and helping them out with some shit. And then eventually was making posters for them and the commemorative posters for artists and shit like that. And when COVID happened, that I was like, I gotta go because this is not real. Right. And we're advertising things that, aren't going to happen. And this is not within my integrity, and good luck. It's been fun. And yeah, since then I've just been trying to call my bet on myself as much as possible with the visual art shit, but also like writing a lot too. And I've been doing morning pages every day for like the past 2 months consistently, which is the first time I've done shit like that. That feels really good. Mm-hmm. But it took this dude in India with a turban to tell me it was a good idea for me to believe it.
Right, of course.
I heard it from friends, and I've been in, I was in a Zoom group with my friend Kayla, who is an amazing poet, and we went to school together at Cal. And, she was having people do the morning pages and the artist way thing, and I would just be like, show up, like smoke, like exercising my inner teenager that never showed up to class without homework. Yeah. I was like, yeah, I make art all the time. Oh, you guys okay? Yeah. I'm really stressed about money too, but I don't have a job I hate. But, and then I'm working with this guy, Sacha G now, who's a dude who refuses the title guru or teacher, but he's a devotee who knows a lot of shit that's dropping a lot of stuff that I'm really grateful to be learning from recently. And so I'm doing the morning pages stuff, which has been really helpful. Although I didn't do it this morning, so you're receiving all of it. The mind fuck.
So,
as he calls it.
Yeah, right. I am a firm believer, or try to participate deeply in, like, having consistent, habitual time and places to to do things. Mm-hmm. So like morning practices. I have a great gratitude app that I've been getting back onto the thing now that I'm out of my weird spiral that I was in there.
They happen.
It was rough. It was rough, dude. It was real. It was a good learning experience to have the taste of poverty in your mouth. But the taste of poverty is not tasting anything.
Bro.
The starving artist is real.
I feel it. Sometimes you got to taste it.
But
or at least I have.
Yeah.
Recently.
Yeah. Yep. Dude, it's a wild world. Shit. It was but to the thing you had said about not doing it at the designated time and place.
Right.
You just do it after you're done with this. If you got time to do it.
I probably will.
Right.
Yeah. And thank you for the encouragement. Because it's like the most routine I've had since school, bro. And it's been 12, 13 years since that.
Sure. Yeah, like I was the life coach in me of just like, you could fucking do it, believe in yourself.
And I will also say that I worked out a little bit in place of that this morning.
There you
go. And I will also
continue.
Yeah.
Don't break that. Don't break the streak. Don't break the habit.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
I don't actually know the neuroscientific number of like what it is to form the habit and how to get the neurons to rewire to be the different person, process the information differently. But there's got to be some amount of time once you log it that your brain's like, all right, we'll do it. We did.
I'm finding like even today because I was I was like cleaning up and shit and doing other stuff, and I had a call with Fritjof Capra today with one of my clients. He wrote the Tao of Physics. That's like the book he's known for. He's pretty dope.
I think that's a good combination of things.
Yeah, and that's like his old one. He's famous for that one, but he's like, oh no, read the new one. Like,
you see that even cooler.
Read the Systems View of Life. That's the one he's really. But he also wrote a thing called The Web of Life, which he took from that speech that was from a movie interpretation of Chief Seattle, but still like, in reverence of his wisdom.
You just said a lot of really great words all together. I don't know, when I look back at this, I'm gonna be like, oh, what the fuck, this is awesome. But
how do you give you a list too, man? Because it'll help me like actually read some of them, because I'm mostly just like citing them through one of my clients who I'm working with.
I just know of them. I haven't.
Yeah, and I met with him today. I've had like Zoom calls with him, but that was maybe the first one where it was just me and my mentor / client and him. So I just made a chatbot for my mentor client who has like 30 years worth of writing. And I've helped him over the past 4 or 5 years, like put it in different forms, like first condense it. And like, I was completely unfamiliar with like all that shit. So I was just like, what does that mean? Like, what does that, like, can you tell me more about this? And English is not his first language. Farsi is. And so like he has the info and he reads and speaks in English, but like there are a lot of little spots that he's like, and I came in, thank God, like right before ChatGPT, and I was like, I can help you out. This is basically what I did in school. Like I studied poetry and I tutored, and I love working with folks who speak different languages than me, because like I learned so much about English, if not also their language, in that process.
Right.
And I love Persian. I got this tattoo recently from my friend Sherveen, who's also Persian, and it's from an old Persian manuscript.
Oh shit! So would you consider that a dragon, or is it more of a
yeah, I think it's a dragon.
Dragon-esque.
Yeah.
I'm not.
It's got like some fire wings, maybe.
Something.
It's got some fangs, but yeah, it's funky.
Yeah, it's funky. It's got like it reminds me of because what did you say? It's Farsi or Persian.
Mm-hmm.
So that's like the middle of Eastern Asia, maybe modern day Pakistan. But that that style.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Western, right? Damn problem.
That's okay.
Brain. No, this is my brain's like geography.
Well, and we've been taught like that's the East, right?
Middle
from the perspective of Europe, right? So like my brain does that shit too.
Yeah.
I heard you translating. It's all good.
Trying to get there.
Well, because middle is also from the
old world
perspective of the Holy Roman Empire, basically Europe.
Sure.
And so even that, people are like, that's not really like east to where?
Yeah.
Where?
East to what?
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah. So middle of where?
Basically,
So
that style.
Yeah.
Very reminiscent of like the Chinese combining of like tiger elements of a tiger and lizard dragon.
Yeah. It's what is it? I don't know if this is true. Maybe someone can tell us in the comments. That's things people say on podcasts.
True.
But I heard on TikTok recently that sometimes at least fairy tales or like old stories in Korean start not with once upon a time, but with in the time when the tigers still smoked or something like that. So like
amazing.
It's what you're saying. Like the tiger, lion, dragon, maybe kind of the same at one point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because it's this is Jordan Peterson thought that he was trying to convey to not Darwin, what the fuck, the guy who Richard Dawkins, the meme dude, which is probably annoying to him. That's his thing that people think of him as, but the meme guy.
If you do memes, you're probably going to be remembered for memes.
Literally,
they're memes.
Mimetic culture or whatever. But he was basically saying that like archetypally speaking, that like dragons are like the apex predator, that bump in the night that scares the fuck out of us, and so like. I think whether they did or didn't actually physiologically exist, that like the combination of the story of a dragon mixed with the actual terror we feel when we are being hunted by large cats, like mixes, there has to be a mix there, in the artist's mind of making that a thing. What I want to go back to just I don't know, I guess wherever we are now, just dreams.
Oh yeah,
get back
sure
to that, because I have the structure of like how the questions when I was like breaking my teeth on doing this the first fucking 50 times. It's just so fucking
Congrats, bro.
yeah, dude, that's so
yeah.
crazy. Oh my god, it literally is so fucking wild.
Consistency.
Yeah. Well, it took me 2 years. So the goal originally, sorry for anyone who's heard me fucking say it a bajillion times, was like trying to do one a week every week for that first year to get 52 in. But now I'm like, it took me 2 years to do the 52, but like,
Hey.
I'm like, now I feel extremely locked in
Yeah.
again, and I'm like seeing this as the thing that's like to climb the ladder and be known and fucking invest in and like throw advertising dollars at it to the point where I'm like getting money back and supporting people basically the whole way you're describing this whole entire space of just like, because I want to be able to walk up to any artist that I meet or like who finds out about me and they're like, oh, I just gotta talk to this guy for like an hour and I'll fucking get rich. Like, let's fucking do that. Like, not that hard. We can have fun.
Great.
Yeah, exactly, dude. Like and then like having just being able to like have a group of people that like I'm the fucking maestro leading the band of like, hey, like put your attention here. This is important, or like whatever.
Yeah.
Try to be a leader, thought leader, cultural leader, not a cult leader. Leading culture.
Don't abbreviate it yet, folks.
Yeah. Remember, cult is just you are in a cult, no matter what group of people you're in, folks. Like
the petri dish is a culture.
Yeah, exactly. Like you're just like we're all.
Someone smartly says that.
Yeah, fucking. We're all just fucking bacteria, farting around.
Lao Tzu, I think.
Huh?
No, I'm just kidding.
No, I don't know. But dreams to the point of wherever this tangent we are on. Of dreams. So I guess this is gonna as soon as now that we're here, like the entire aspect of what consciousness even is kind of like in the background of like, oh fuck, here we come. But like because I'm gonna go like, where do you think dreams even come from? Like what the fuck, like. So I have my thoughts, but
yeah, I have a thought that I haven't worked out yet that maybe is new, for me at least. The last couple days, I've been, I hit that point on Instagram where it says you've seen all the posts.
Oh no!
And I was like, okay,
they're not even like the algorithm doesn't even like you're more.
No, they're giving you more, but they're like, these aren't your friends anymore.
Right. Randos.
You're still at the party. Everyone's left, which sometimes is my style, but so I've been consuming a lot of content the past few weeks, and
pouring a lot into it.
Yeah,
some may say.
And there's so much.
True.
And I know, and I mentioned the chatbot thing. Like I'm half justifying it because I'm like learning how to build stuff with AI and whatever, to help myself out and help my friends out and help my clients out. And so like some of it's that, and then other things are like, the tiger's smoking or whatever, and whatever the algorithm throws at me. But I was thinking about how so many people write off dreams as like, oh, well, yeah, you've been watching that.
Sure.
I had a lot of like massive war dreams as a teenager, and like some of that was definitely Lord of the Rings. And we call this programming. Right. So at least my recent addition to your question is that everyone's admitting that there is some sort of like what Jung calls as the collective unconscious or something that exists as consciousness outside of the individual node in its constant experience, if there is anything of that. But people are just writing, they're like, oh, well, I watched that. And it's like, yeah, bitch, you did that to you. So like, I had a few pyramid dreams that I had them as a kid too, but in some more recent memorable ones, I was looking at the map of the Great Pyramid before I was going to bed, and then I was drawing it, and then I had a dream that I flew into the side of it,
Sure.
And there was a bunch of other shit. I was at this underground like cave bar initially. Very cool, very like cool temperature wise, but like in some sort of like underground thing. Mm-hmm. And my ex was there, and she wasn't behind the bar, so I knew it was a dream because she worked all the time when we were together. And worked your ass off. And so that told me I was dreaming, and I was like, oh, I can, and I was like, oh, well, I'm going here now. I didn't even have the thought, but we're flying somewhere. We're going over sand dunes, and then she was following me, and then I ended up going through one of those air ducts in the side of the pyramid that point at Osiris or whatever,
Right.
certain times of year, and it was very, very like Indiana Jonesy. I like was doing a lot of these like into over stuff and like into things.
Parkour.
Yeah, exactly. And like slid down this like emerald slide, had like a sweet moment of like, I gotta go. I love you still. Thank you. I don't know what we're doing, but we gotta go. Like there's something here. And then I started going down this spiral, emerald, like it was just like like flashes of green mostly, with like gold, and then like that red that is the pigment of those beetles from Mexico, that the Spanish really liked and were like partly killing people over. They had a lot of reasons that they were doing that, I'm sure, but
I was gonna say like a red dye 41 or whatever it is.
That's emulating,
right?
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah, it's from a beetle that like they crush from like, yeah. Is that what it is?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
I could be wrong about that specific.
Show us in the comments.
But yeah.
But it's a very vibrant, organic, beautiful color, and so that was happening. And I was, am I in Egypt? Am I in Central America? Whatever. And I'm going down this spiral, and I'm always the like. I'm like a side quest guy in video games. Like one reason I'm not playing video games right now is because I won't do these other side quests that are all my different art projects that I'm constantly juggling. But I was like, wait, if I'm going in a spiral, there must be a center. And so I was going like this, and I hopped up in the middle, and then there was this two-headed snake with a leash on one of its necks that no one was holding, and it went. And I was like, that shit's going to wake me up. Let's go back to the main quest. And then I woke up.
Let's go back to the what the fuck?
And then, I don't know, what was it, like April or May this year? I don't know. Have you seen the LiDAR underneath the pyramids? There's a bunch of
people talk about what's under the pyramids, but I don't think I've seen that.
It's one source, and the dude that like runs the pyramids over there, which I don't know if we trust him on all the things
for sure, dude.
Right. And but anyway, he says it's not real, right? But anyway, whatever the LiDAR photos are showing are a bunch of the slides that I was going down.
Oh shit! Nice.
Just the other direction.
Yeah. Did you see that before you dreamt it?
No. So the dream happened in 2022 or 23. I know because I drew the snake. I think in January of 2023. So I think it happened like late 2022, or it happened then.
Sure.
And then this shit came out, I don't know, this past April or May. So
okay, yeah, so you got a couple of years there of like, this is, because I don't think time is even fucking like linear. Realistically, I think it's cyclical and compressed, or
I find it to be like an accordion.
Something, dude. Well,
there's like ways you like jump when it's like this, but then sometimes it's like this.
Yeah.
But then you can like go over here.
It's probably breathing. That's what it is. The accordion breathes. There's a diaphragm.
Right. And yeah, it's probably a spiral accordion that I can't comprehend.
At least not, because our minds are multidimensional, or like can create in higher dimensions, but the physical body is trapped in Maya.
Right.
A couple of dimensions or whatever, or experience of it, at least in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
In your experience? Do your own research.
Right.
Right, in my own experience. The fuck. But something that I wanted to touch upon from the bringing up Egypt and ancient Egypt culture or ancient history. That have you heard of Göbekli Tepe?
I don't think so.
So that one's one of the ones, because it was something I tried to like just quip in as you were saying your words, was the Egyptology is a business. So far as that, like once it's become academically like certified, and the people are making their livings being experts on this subject, anything that's like, hey, what you guys are saying is the truth isn't actually the truth, they're gonna be like, that's bullshit. No.
Right. There's a lot of or maybe not a lot, but there's at least a few like different industries involved, incling government and everything else. Right.
Tourism, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
At least that one specifically that I can think of. But so Gobekli Tepe, like, there was a guy, pretty sure he was on Joe Rogan Experience, whether you hate him or love him, the guy, what the fuck, I can't remember, it's a YouTube channel, so I'll put the YouTube channel on the screen for the people who are watching, and I can't remember, I apologize. It's in the description, hopefully, check that shit out, whatever it's called. But the point being that...
Right here.
Right, exactly. He, whatever his name is, he does his own research on this topic of this place in Turkey called Gobekli Tepe that's like basically proves that civilization is older than all of the timelines and things that people say happened, the way that we just kind of went to hunter-gatherers and then somehow magically built the megalithic things, and then we somehow fell back down into the fucking dark ages and lost all the ability to make all the really dope shit for somehow, somewhere.
Right.
And Gobekli Tepe is like, even though it's basically older than that timeline saying was a thing.
Oh, interesting.
So because in my experience and the things that I've researched when I got into conspiracies and hidden occult or lost knowledge, there's just this repeating meme of that, like, try not to lose the thread. That's, or how to even say it's really, yeah, I guess just like human civilization, whether that be whatever happened at Gobekli Tepe or Atlantis, which that guy also posits was like this weird Mediterranean island hopping thing in Africa that got destroyed by a giant flood, because the flood myth is super ancient and burned into cultures throughout the entire world, not only in like the Bible and all these other stories, but that, like, yeah, human civilization may or may not have been influenced by people that come from either a different dimension or outer space, and that it's older than we were led to believe because the powers that be want it that way, because it's easier to control a narrative that's already been established and set up to keep us confined.
Yeah, totally. It's at least, good for current industries to keep the currency the way it is,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But,
yeah.
Where to go? Oh, up or down? Okay, so I'm having a thought, and I think in the future, starting in season 2 of Iris of Our Eye, I'm going to start doing longer episodes, or just still do the hour episode on YouTube when I drop it for the people. Smash the like button or subscribe or whatever the heck I'm supposed to say right now.
Yes.
For whoever paying attention right here, right now, forward or backwards in time, which is such a mind fuck that someone could find this like 10 years in the future and still do it. Like, ugh. But, to the point, like recording more and then uploading that to the Patreon so that people have an extra cool reason to like go there, and even like the lowest tier, like a couple bucks, to fucking keep my fucking coffers filled and my belly full, and fucking, if you want, spend a little bit more, fucking get your shout out name dropped in the credits when they roll at the end of the videos when I get to that point in my life. But I need to wrap this one up because I gotta go do more someplace else.
This man's working.
Dude, my father, for better or worse, in his fucking ancestral lineage, workaholism is definitely comes from being a fucking cow farmer or whatever, something
for sure
there, dude. I don't know, but
beautiful.
I got the 2 final questions that I'm like stealing from people who are cooler and farther along than me in the process of being a financially stable podcast person. This is a question that the last guest left for you to answer, and then you can come up with one for the next person to answer.
Dope.
Later today.
Okay.
I was thinking about this, or talking about this recently. What was the last, I'm gonna say band, but it could be artist.
Okay.
Or just any or a piece of art, just depending on however this person wants to answer it. But I was thinking, what was the last band that changed your life?
That changed, like most recently changed my life?
Yeah, the last one. Or just the you could probably, hopefully they're not who's ever oh my god, I can't remember his name. No, the guy who I just spoke to not that long ago. Shit, I don't pull up his name while you think. Sorry.
It's all good.
What's this dude's name?
I don't know. I mean, I'm looking over here and I have a painting and a start to a sketch of another one that I've been listening to a lot of Black Sabbath, and not just since Ozzy died, but like really the past, like more intensely than ever, probably the past 2 years. Like when I started throwing these events at my house here, and that dude's got some fucking lyrics, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got the pomegranate railroad spike situation over there is from There's an Iron in My Heart, you know, which is on, it's either like Nib or it's on the 3-track situation on the first album. And then the other one's from the first song that he says, what is it, like black, like something finger pointing straight at me, oh no, like you're the chosen one, oh no, you know. It's just like a finger like this, you know. So shout out to Ozzy. Oh shit, you know what though, my friend Khalil, man, he's still the what remains of the new editions of Mad Noise, the band I was in. And he's just making some crazy out there music in comparison to what we were doing. We were busking on the street, you know. And he's just such an amazing lyricist and performer and presence, not just as on stage, but also. And he played here in July, and people are still coming up to me and like talking about it.
Yeah, dude.
It's September now, so yeah. So that's my thank you for that question. That's a great question.
Shout out to fucking Timothy Morris, who fucking posed the question for you to answer, dude.
Cool.
Fucking shout out to Tim. I like that guy. I want to talk to him again, have him on in the future at some point. So
yeah.
Do you got a question for the next person? If not,
yeah. What does your day look like when no one's in charge?
Oh, what the fuck? There's a question.
Or like, what do you want them to? What do you see them? What are you aspiring for them to be? Could be cool too. You know, I don't want people to get down on themselves for not being what they are wanting to be already.
Would you like them to be?
But yeah, you know, if they don't have a lot of free days, what does it look like when it's
that is free?
Yeah.
Okay. So final question. Once I hit the stop recording button, and hopefully not, but if we were to just fucking immediately die, what piece of like insight, knowledge, wisdom, like spiritual like nugget of truth would you want to like leave as like a like, hey people, like take this with you on your hero's journey, on your artistic endeavor of living your life to the best of your ability? Like what would that be for you? No pressure.
Like give more than you're comfortable. And also give the people the gift of giving.
There you go. I was like, am I gonna have to say something about boundaries right now to temper what you just said?
Right. That's what my hesitation was, right?
Yep.
But yeah, like challenge yourself to recognize your abundance, you know, is what is coming up from like recent experiences and with that to temper that, you know. And not like you gotta, you know, give all your money away every time you see the opportunity or whatever. Like take care of you too, of course, and share, you know.
Yeah, the world would be a better place if more people with that hoarded all the wealth came up with ways to be able to give it away, whatever.
Right, because I have trouble keeping it. So
yeah, right, dude.
At least at the moment.
No,
but it's all good.
Yeah, it's all good. I was just thinking, and that train of thought made me think of when Elon Musk was like, if someone could figure out a way for me to like end world hunger with this money, I would, but no one knows how to do it. I'm just like, fuck him. He's kind of right, but I don't know.
I mean, that's not completely true. You could start throwing money at things that aren't completely working.
True. And then
Yeah.
find
And then they will get better, right? Because you're
also
testing
true.
them.
Also true. Also true.
But you know,
I agree. As much as I would like still have my like weird hangups with Ether Rich, there's just there's a lot of it's set up that way that people suffer so that the fucking
yeah, and I mean,
people
and
above the poverty are like, oh, I don't want to be that poor.
sure, and yeah, exactly, and also these folks are dealing with shit that I have yet to experience, if I ever will, and like is also like, yo, if there is a business proposal, I will listen to it. Maybe he will, I don't know, but like just to extend a little bit of compassion out there, like there's definitely experiences that they're having that there are reasons that people are protective of their energy, and there are a lot of ways for us to commingle and collaborate. You know, and I'm grateful to be in a place where there's a lot of folks who are of different access to different things and are really stoked to figure out how to help out people in ways that they might not need help with, you know.
True. Right. Okay. So
Yeah.
gotta wrap it all up here.
Thank you so much, bro. This
but
was
first,
so fun.
oh, definitely. I'm definitely gonna have you back on
Hell yeah.
eventually whenever the stars line up again to make that happen.
Yeah.
Come through, do a thing if I can line it up or in town. Have you? I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Or I'll come to Santa Cruz.
Either or. That's valid. You can crash in the RV if you want. I got a bed that fucking folds down.
Nice.
But where can people find your stuff, and what are they gonna find when they get there, and how can they support you?
Yeah.
Chooses.
My website is CWEIRD, CWeirdArt, or sorry, CWeird.art or CWeird.com. It goes to the same fucking place.
Mm-hmm.
You can do Linktree/CWeird, CWEIRD. That'll have all my socials, and like other interviews I've had, and like other projects I'm working on, like the philosophy, like chatbot situation I mentioned. Yeah. How can they support? Most immediately, if you're in the Bay Area, especially, come to our events at through Free Party, which go to the same place I mentioned, but Free Party is the org that is multiple houses. It's my house, Miles High Art House Gallery, my friend Amy's house in the Oakland Hills, Arrowhead Art House, and in West Berkeley, we curate the art at a live workspace called Lumen Labs that is technically in Berkeley, but is the home of the Oakland Art Library. And so any of those events, they'll all be listed on my shit. Come to those, meet artists, bring your, whatever creativity you have or whatever. They're great events of like many different types of people and interests in different things, except everyone is just somehow invested in art, whether by being what we call an art lover or an artist themselves, right? And that's like probably the most direct way. But yeah, also we're running a gallery space out of here. Everything that's on the walls is for sale, and everyone that's here is in Oakland except for my Uncle Bob, who I'm showing his art because he's my elder. Mm-hmm. And yeah, so there's lots of ways, and it's all on those sites, like Linktree/CWeird is the easiest one.
All right, people, you heard it here. Hopefully first, maybe last. I don't know. First, if you want to support me in this whole endeavor, just the Patreon or a like and a subscribe or I'll say that at the very end, actually, the end ritual. So yeah, just the Patreon, or just like hit me up on Instagram, and like try to help you out with your life dilemmas if you don't have a system of figuring out how to make your day when you have a free day, like what the fuck to do, or your goals, or you're not sure how to get to where you want to go, but you can see that there's a idea or a notion or a thing, a dream that you're chasing, you want. We'll try to fucking work together and figure it out. But
yeah.
to the actually being done point. Smile more, complain less, never ever give up until you discerns for your darndest best. Namaste. Have a great day. Slav shun. If it's nighttime soon, like, share, comment, subscribe to keep the algorithm satisfied. And if I don't see you while I'm alive, I'll catch you on the flip side. After I die, live light, travel light, be the light, do good, be good, feel good. Aloha, mahalo.
Peace.
Goodbye.
Ta-ta for now.